6 vile hyenas trapped the tiny calf in a ring. Now, out on the open plain, the baby was so tiny, surely under 3 months old. He spun around, screaming desperately for his mother, but she was sadly nowhere near. A torn-eared alpha leader made the first move, snapping his jaws right at the poor baby's feet. The calf leaped back, hitting another savage beast. That one bit down instantly, right on his tail, so I floored the gas pedal hard. The jeep surged through bushes, breaking dry branches. We were almost at the clearing. I saw a third hyena flanking, aiming for the legs. Classic, brutal pack tactics. Immobilize the victim, then eat it alive. Sadly, the jeep flew out. I grabbed the rifle and fired up. Thunder rolled across the savannah, scaring them off. They stopped 20 paces away, watching us closely, chattering with those eerie, howling sounds they make. I grabbed the flare gun, shooting right at his paws. The alpha jumped as the flare burst red. With a deafening pop, the pack finally wavered. The alpha barked an order, turning them around. They vanished into the tall grass, but I knew this. They wouldn't go very far away. The calf stood shaking, trembling all over his body. Blood dripped from his tail, but it wasn't too deep. Just a scratch. I approached slowly, trying not to scare him at all. Suddenly, he took a few steps toward me, nuzzled his trunk into my leg, and whined softly. The poor thing was totally alone. No mother nearby. Mothers never leave babies, but this one got lost. Played too much, perhaps. Strayed from the herd, now isolated in the savannah. Leaving him here was a death sentence, for sure. They'd return minutes after I left, so I grabbed the radio. Base, this is Kofi. Found a lone calf, East Sector. No herd signs. I'm tracking. Will update you soon. I had to find his family fast. I looked around, seeking heavy footprints or breaks. Broken branches, dung piles nearby. 50 paces away, I saw deep grooves in the earth. Adults passed here recently, grass still bent down. The trail led northwest, toward the distant hills. I moved ahead, and the calf followed, trotting right behind, trying not to lag one step. His little legs barely kept up with me. But he stayed close, terrified of being alone again. We followed the trail, spotting fresh signs often. Chewed acacia branches at my height. Fresh dung, too. Beetles hadn't scattered it yet, which was good. The herd passed here barely an hour ago, I guess. 20 minutes later, we reached a dry riverbed. I stopped cold. Buffalo were grazing across there. 30 heads, with huge bulls guarding. Patrolling the perimeter, they spotted us instantly. The nearest male lifted his heavy head. Staring right at us, his horns looked massive. Curved arcs. Sharp tips that could pierce thick rhino skin easily. Buffalo are truly Africa's most dangerous beasts. Killing more humans than lions do, and we were in their way, blocking the elephant path through their territory. The bull snorted, stepped toward us, lowering his massive head down. The calf pressed against my leg, whining. I knew the rules. Don't run, don't stare, be calm. No sudden moves, or we would be dead. I placed a hand on the calf's head, moving left, step by cautious step, sideways. The bull stomped, making a fake charge forward. The baby panicked, tried to bolt, but I grabbed his ear to hold him. Kept walking steadily, not letting him run off. My heart pounded, but I kept the pace slow. Another bull joined the first one. Both watched us with dark, gloomy intensity. Now, we skirted the herd for 10 minutes, making a huge arc through the dry, yellow grass. They slowly lost interest, thankfully, returning to their grazing, finally ignoring us. Once across the riverbed, I exhaled with relief. The tracks. They continued toward a baobab cluster on the hill. Half an hour later, I heard what I hoped for. Low rumbling of elephants behind the trees there. I walked faster, the calf trumpeted. He ran ahead, excited to see the big gray shapes. 8 adults and some babies emerged from trees. The little one rushed in, squealing joyfully, But something felt wrong. The nearest female turned, facing him, spread her ears wide, and gave a warning roar out. He stopped dead in his tracks, confused and sad. A second female stomped. A third raised her trump. They rejected him, meaning this wasn't his family. Elephants know their own by scent. He was a stranger. I ran in, grabbing the calf to pull him back fast. One female suddenly lunged forward. Her tusks missed me by inches. I felt the wind. I scrambled back, holding the trembling baby tight. Retreating until we were safe distance away, the calf whimpered, not understanding the rejection. Why? They hated him. I realized we had been tracking the wrong herd. Somewhere out there, his real mother was waiting. We had to start all over again from the beginning. We walked back to the fort, and then I saw them. 3 hyenas lurking on the far hill, watching us go. The same nasty pack as before. I recognized the torn-eared leader stalking us, waiting for the right moment to strike again. Every minute wasted could cost us our lives now. Back at the fort, I took the second path this time. Fainter, almost invisible, but the print size told a story. This faint trail belonged to a lone female, walking all by herself, away from the herd. Strange, females usually stick together. Suddenly, the calf stopped, raised his trunk, sniffing the air. Ears fluttering, he made a short, excited noise. He bolted forward so fast I could barely keep up. It seemed he recognized his mother's scent. We burst into a clearing at the hill's base. I saw a lonely acacia with a wide, green crown. Under it lay a massive, unmoving elephant shape. She wasn't moving, not even an ear twitching. The calf rushed to her, screaming piercingly, nudging her face, pushing, trying to lift her up. She did not react, so I checked her neck for a pulse. Warm skin, but I felt nothing beating there. Was it? Were we too late? Then she slowly raised her head. Alive, but clearly suffering immensely. Cloudy eyes, heavy, raspy breathing. She was weak. The calf trumpeted, pressed against her side, and I saw the problem. On the right leg, just above the knee, a massive abscess bulged out. Football-sized swelling. Gray-white, with skin stretched tight over infection. She couldn't walk normally because of the agony. Every step was torture. That's why she fell back. Why she couldn't chase her wandering baby boy, leaving him alone for the hyenas to tear apart. The baby, alone in the savannah, waiting to be killed. There, I grabbed the radio. Base, Kofi here, urgent. Veterinary, send the team, sending coordinates now, over. Adult female, severe leg abscess, critical state. Need Kwesi and Abina with surgical kits ASAP. The dispatcher replied. Copy, Kofi, team deployed. ETA very shortly. They'll be there. I sat by her, waiting, while the calf calmed down. Leaning on her, he finally felt at home again. Back with mom, safe. Half an hour later, dust rose. The vet truck arrived. Kwesi and Abina jumped out. Veterinary, gear in hand, they assessed the scene quickly. Kwesi checked the abscess, frowning deeply at it. We need her standing. The sore is inside the leg. Lying down, we can't drain it. Access is blocked. Pus will leak into muscle. Abina prepped a syringe, aiming for the ear base. Thinner skin there. Faster absorption into blood. Just a light sedative, she explained softly to me. She said, she'll stand, but feel no pain, and won't flinch. Minutes passed. The elephant began to rise, slowly and unsteadily, tucking front legs, then back legs. Finally standing upright, swaying, but stable. Her eyes half closed. Kwesi grabbed his tools. Approached cautiously. Bad infection. 2 weeks at least, amazed she's still walking. He took the scalpel and made a precise incision. Thick, yellow-gray pus gushed out from the wound. The calf saw it, screaming in panic and rushing in. Alarmed cry. Tried to push Kwesi away, thinking he was hurting mom. I grabbed him, dragging him aside gently. Hush now, one. They are helping her heal. He trembled, but quieted down, watching intently. never taking his eyes off her while Abina cleaned. Washing with antiseptic, removing dead tissue bits. She stood, still, as a statue, just shifting weight occasionally. Surgery took an hour. Kwesi placed a drain tube. Abina injected antibiotics and painkillers too. Done. Kwesi turned to me with a smile. She'll live, Kofi. Good is new, in a month. You found her just in time. 2 more days. Sepsis would have killed her. The sedative were off. Her eyes cleared up slow. She looked around, rumbling deep in her throat. The calf ran, trumpeting, burying his face in her side again. She wrapped her trunk around him, hugging tight. She took a few careful steps. The limp was gone, pain vanished instantly. For 2 weeks, I visited daily to check on them. Checked bandages, changed drains, gave more meds. The calf knew, recognized my Jeep's sound, running to greet me, trumpeting happily. Healed right before us. Wound closing, strength returning, foraging food and water alone. A month later, I made my final visit there. Abscess totally healed. Just a pink scar left. She stood in acacia shade. Her boy played nearby, bigger and stronger now. Running circles, grabbing sticks, pushing mom. I stepped out, and the little guy ran to me, nudging my chest. She approached, rumbling low. Not a threat, but a sound of pure gratitude. In the distance, the herd appeared. The family was coming back. She turned, called back to them loudly. The calf held my hand one last time, then ran after mom. I watched. Big mother and small baby, walking side by side, heading to the herd at the hill's foot, and soon vanished into the golden sea of savannah, fading into the wild, exactly where they belong.